Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. DBougie86 finally back. Yes, guys, I know I lied to you the last update, but I took a little extended break. It's just been fucking hectic as all hell just to try to sit down and watch a movie without making a video. But I'm gonna be a little bit better. I know I keep saying that, but knock on wood, everything should be all right now, and I'll be able to make videos for you guys coming soon. Just been fucking hectic as all hell. I won't even lie. It's like I keep saying that, but it just happens. Plus, I've just been busy with other things. If you haven't noticed, I did a few podcasts that came out. New episode of Cinema Attack dropped with Carly. Yes, from Netflix and Chill. If you haven't listened to that, check it out. And also the newest and latest episode of Underwater Kaiju from Outer Space, Visions from Monsterland, also dropped on Young Gary, Monster from the Deep. Check both those out. I'll leave the links below to both those shows in the description. But other than that, it's time to get into some updates. I got lots of good stuff. Not as big as last month's, unfortunately, but it's a good abundance. I've been buying more things that I want, you know what I mean? Instead of quality over quantity, pretty much. That's what I've been up to. Yes. So, with that being said, let's get right into it, homies. First up, for a standard DVD that I picked up, because I actually stacked all my Asia stuff together, because pretty much the rest of my DVDs are all Asian cinema. Yes, I was like, really? Wow. So, yeah, I picked up The Tenant by Roman Polanski. This needs a Blu-ray release, this movie. I got it for a good price. I think this DVD is out of print, though. You can still get it for, like, decent prices here and there. But this was like a Repulsion and Rosemary's Baby are on Blu-ray. This should be on Blu-ray. I know Polanski has a hit and miss, like, track record with, like, the shit that he did. But he's still a great filmmaker, in my opinion. You know, he makes good movies. So I separate, like, the horror from the art. You know what I mean? So, yeah, The Tenant. Next up is some Asia shit. This is a film from Korea from Asian Crush. The Doll Master. Haven't watched this yet. Looks intriguing from all hell. Yeah, look at that one. Next up, I picked up a few Godzilla DVDs. Yes, these are more than I wanted to spend on some of these. But I need these. These are ones that I need. There's ones that I still need in the collection still. But with that being said, got a few Godzilla DVDs in. First up, Mothra vs. Godzilla. Of course, JP's favorite Godzilla film of all time. Yes. But fucking awesome shit right here. If you haven't seen Mothra vs. Godzilla, one of the better kaiju brawls of all time, in my opinion. And next up is Godzilla Raids Again. This is actually the second Godzilla film. I like it. It's been a while since I've seen this one. Hopefully one day on Underwater Kaiju, we'll revisit this one. And then I'll find out my thoughts on it. Yeah, I really like these cases too. I used to have a lot of these growing up, but shit happened. That's all I'm going to say. Invasion of the Astro Monsters. This is probably the one that I didn't have that was very crazy, but I did get it for a decent price. I seen it go for a lot more than what I paid for it. So, with that being said, I'm glad I own this one. I know Criterion is supposed to be releasing these in the future in nice special editions, but I like these editions too, so I'll grab them until Criterion does put them out. So, until then, yeah, you know, like, good shit right there. I love that movie. Next up is another type of kaiju film. This is Negadon. There we go. Jesus Christ. But Negadon. Yeah, which is this is actually like a low budget film where the director actually made this whole film with CGI, and it's like a homage to like the Showa era of kaiju films. So I'm very excited to check this out. It's a short film, I know that. Does it say how long does it run? It doesn't say. I know it's very short though. I know it's on YouTube. If you do want to actually check this out, I actually got this for a very good price. I actually want to bid on it on eBay. But yeah, awesome shit right there. Next up, I picked up. This is actually Nareko's dinner table. This is the Sonye Sono film. This is actually a Korean DVD. It was actually a lot cheaper to grab this Korean DVD, which has English subs according to the back cover, than spend like $90 on like the US release, which is out of print. So with that being said, can't wait to check it out. It's one that I haven't seen by Sono, and I know it is sort of connected to Suicide Club. I use that word loosely from the things that I've heard about it. But if you have seen that film, don't really tell me anything about it. I want to kind of go into that one blind. So yeah, I'm going to check that one out really soon. Ooh. Next up, I picked up Takashi Miike's Graveyard of Honor, which is a remake of Kenji Fukasako's film. Haven't seen Fukasako's version. Really enjoyed Miike's. Hope his version gets a re-release. Maybe Arrow Video will get re-released. I'm sorry for that noise right now. They're actually doing lawn outside. They're doing, like, you know, clean the hedges and shit. So my bad if you hear that crazy noise. I'm going to try to talk over it. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Graveyard of Honor, really good Yakuza film. Want to see the original, though, because I like Fukasako's work. Next up, actually, my homeboy Brandon actually picked this up for my birthday, and that is Voices. This is After Dark, a Red Horror Fest, Volume 3, Korean film. Seemed cool as all hell. I did dig it. Did have its issues, though. I might do a review on this one down the line, so look out for that. I'm going to start doing a lot of reviews. Speaking of reviews, if you haven't seen this review, I did review this. This is White, the Melody of the Curse, aka White Melody of Death. Yeah, just check out my review on my channel. Know my full thoughts on that one. Spoiler, I loved it. But awesome film. Next up is another Korean film, Face, Tartan Asian Extreme. Really good shit. Really dug that one. It's kind of like a serial killer film with like some like ghost shit going on within it. Really good shit. Next up is Erang, which is kind of like, I haven't seen this one yet, but it does sound kind of similar to Face in a way. We're actually going to be reviewing this one on episode 17 of Cinema Attack. We are actually doing a whole show on Tartan Asian Extreme films. We're doing 3 of their releases and reviewing them. So yeah, Erang, I believe that's how you pronounce that. Next up is Reincarnation. This is another After Dark Horror Fest. I believe this is either Volume 2. Yeah, I think this is Volume 2 or 1. This is a Takashi Shimizu film, of course, director of Ju-On and The Grudge. Really cool film. I actually have seen that one before, like on like cable. It's always on like on demand. Another one I picked up, finally found this for a good price, is Macabre. This is a film from the Mo brothers. Really fucking stoked to have this. I haven't watched it yet. Saving it for a good time. Fucking can't wait to check this one out, man. Glad I finally found a copy of Macabre for a good price, you know. Next up is a unearthed films release that I haven't seen, and this one's out of print. This is one of the older unearthed, and that is this Asian film called Junk, which, yeah, it's kind of like a Yakuza film mixed with like a zombie film. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, you know. And last for the DVDs, I picked up from Criterion's Eclipse series, When Horror Came to Shuchiku, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Which is pretty much just like this slimline box set. It comes with 4 films of like 4 different films from like this studio that came out around the same time, and it shows like the vastness of like what they did for horror titles, pretty much. So that's pretty much the gist of this box set. It comes with The X from Outer Space, which is a kaiju film, which maybe one day we will review on underwater kaiju. Has Gok, Body Snatcher from Hell, The Living Skeleton, and Genocide. I actually have seen these before. I actually rented these from the library. Very, like, on and off, you know what I mean? So, I'm stoked to actually own this now, so I could actually have them in my collection. Awesome shit. Love them! And that is it for the DVDs. Now on to some Blu-ray Izzles. Picked up this 3-pack of the Resident Evil CG films. I actually like these better than the live-action ones because they have following of the game, and they actually go in between like the game story and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like I believe Degeneration takes place between like 3 and 4. Don't hold me to that. And like Vendetta, the last one, takes place through like 6 and 7 or 5 and 6. I'm not really sure. I was reading it online, so I like kind of like get the gist of what's going on within these films. So I do like that aspect, and they play like long cutscenes. You know, like the cutscenes from Resident Evil. That's what these are, pretty much. So I enjoy them. Very good set. If you haven't checked it out, any of these out, I do recommend them. Next up is Mother. This is what's the name of the director? Bong Joon-ho film. Directed Snowpiercer, The Host, Okja. Really good film. If you haven't seen this, I highly recommend it. I might do a review on it down the line, or I might save it for a discussion. I think this is an interesting one for like a discussion piece, per se, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, really good film. If you haven't, well, all his films are pretty fantastic if you haven't seen any of them, but really awesome shit. Next up, I picked up Corpse Party. This is a live-action version of, I believe, the anime or manga. I don't really know the history of it. It just looked intriguing. Like, schoolgirls getting attacked by, like, spirits, pretty much. So, you know, I'm in, you know. So, yeah, you know, fucking awesome shit. Picked up 2 titles from the Redemption line, both from my boy Pete Walker. First up, House of Mortal Sin. This is a 1976 film. Watched this during, I was actually, funny enough, I was doing prep for 76 and I wasn't even on the show. You know, I like to follow them around, see what might be on their list, and like the 22 Shot Boys I'm talking about, of course. See what would be on their list and what might not be on their list. So that's one reason why I did like watch a lot of 76 films, which is kind of funny. Yes, I know. Maybe I'll do a top 10 of my own, you know, just to show you like the vast difference that my list might have been. But yeah, really good film from Pete Walker. I'm glad I own it. I liked it enough to pick up a Blu-ray copy of it. I rented this one, of course. But yeah, awesome film. And speaking of awesome films, The Comeback by Pete Walker, really great stuff. This is like a proto-slasher in a way. From the it actually came out the same year as Halloween. I'm not sure the exact date, but this is an interesting one. If you haven't seen The Comeback, I say check it out. It's kind of more of a slow burn though, so if you're expecting like a huge body count, you're not going to get it. But really good stuff. Some Scream Factories. Finally picked up this double feature of Night of the Sorceress and Lorelei's Grasp. Of course, these are both directed by Armando de Azore, who directed the Blind Dead films. Really good shit. If you haven't seen these, I recommend them. Especially Lorelei's Grasp. I fucking love that one. Fucking creature feature. Hell yeah. Next up, Fender Bender. Of course, if you haven't listened to the last episode of Cinema Tag, which I'll be sharing in the description again, check this out. First time watch for me. Yeah, just listen to that episode and you'll find out what I think of this one. Awesome shit. And for a new Scream Factory release, I picked up Of Unknown Origin, starring Peter Weller, directed by George P. Cosmatos. Fantastic film. If you haven't seen this, I recommend it. I love Peter Weller and Cosmatos together, Leviathan, of course. And really good shit. Now into some anime. Yes, picked up some anime. Some Studio Ghibli stuff. I'm actually a huge anime fan. I pick it up here and there. And some of these films I've seen in theaters and wanted to check out some of their other stuff. I like Studio Ghibli, what they do. Of course, Spirited Away. I actually really enjoy these new like Shout Factory releases too. These are put out by Shout Factory and J Kids is the other label. But yeah, see they're released from Shout Factory right there. So yeah, awesome editions. They come with 2 disc slip covers. Great shit right there. Good releases. This one I'm gonna Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. I believe that's how you pronounce that. I think my boy Sam is gonna correct me on me. This is actually his favorite Studio Ghibli film, even though technically it was made before the company Studio Ghibli actually existed. They just re-released it too. That's what it is. But it's from the same, the creator of Studio Ghibli, Hayao Miyazaki. And finally, well, I got another one. Princess Mononoke, another Hayao Miyazaki film. Seen this in theaters a long time ago. I was blown away by it. This is the first Studio Ghibli film I ever seen. So, yeah, awesome shit. Grave of the Fireflies, which is another like early example of like Studio Ghibli. This is actually from the other co-founder who made this one. Ayoso Takahata, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Takes place during World War II, so I heard interesting things like it's gonna be sad from what I heard. So yeah, can't wait to check that one out. Hell yeah. And finally, for the Blu-rays and the pickup of the month, the Bloodthirsty trilogy, of course, from Arrow Video. Oh, I fucking love this. Like Toho style Hammer horror films. Fucking awesome shit. Fucking loved it. If you haven't got this shit, I highly recommend it, especially if you're a fan of vampire films, Hammer films, or like Asian cinema in general. Check these out. Fucking awesome. Love the edition. Still gotta check out some of the special features, but highly recommendable release. Fucking awesome. Alright guys, that's it for this update. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, leave in the comments if you have any ideas what you want me to review. If I have it, I will do a review, because I want to get back into reviewing some stuff, so I'll take some requests. So if you see any titles in my last 2 updates that you want me to review, I'll review them. So leave some comments, and as always, I'll see you next video, guys. Peace out.